I'm going back to it soon as they dropped.
Yeah, man. It's
Especially when I heard Dizzy Wright.
starting music in 2018 and still to be doing it in 2025 and to have the resume I have with music and the connections I have with music. Yeah, you can't copy this.
The fact that I spoke on us getting the strip club. And then not even 6 months later, they're having meetings in downtown.
Talk about a strip.
Yeah, I'm like,
An
come
adult. Yeah.
Come on now.
And you had said something to me that made me realize, like, I've done an event on Halloween pretty much since I started.
Yeah.
Because, I had Montana 300. That was on a Halloween weekend. That was like November 2nd.
Yeah.
Halloween weekend. Before we get into the episode, I just wanted to remind you guys, Spookfest 2025 tickets are on sale right now. And this year, it's a 2-day event.
So come out and see international touring at Dizzy Wright all on Friday night.
And on Saturday, we have our rock and roll day. And it's $25 day passes, $40 weekend passes.
It's going to be costumes, cash prizes, food vendors, some art, and you even have a chance to get some works.
It's Spookfest 2025, baby. Grab your tickets today. What's up, everybody? I'm James.
I'm Marcellus.
And welcome to another episode of Issa Kickback.
What's happening?
We're back, to say the least.
We are back.
Yeah, we took a short break to recalibrate, reload.
Life.
Yeah.
Be who we are.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people forget that. Like, about any content creator. Like, most of us still have, like,
lives, and you got to live a little bit so you can talk a little bit,
That's it.
So I like that we take that break and then we come back. But
fresh idea, fresh topics,
fresh ideas, new guests, more time to learn. I'm really excited for what we're about to bring this next go around.
As am I.
But if you guys forgot, we like to start our episodes with a vibe check.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to hold that one down? You want me to take it?
I got you.
Go ahead.
First they laugh, then they copy. They laugh at you to throw you off your path. Only then can they copy you because you are not in the way. Story of our lives, huh?
Man.
What's your first reaction when you hear that?
I think of all the people who have done that right here.
Yeah.
I think what I've built for other people without them giving me credit for doing so. Which
is crazy. Like, why not do that?
It is what it is.
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Man, but it is what it is. But I'm grateful though, because the people who laughed or said I'd be replaced, I'm still doing it, and I'm still doing damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Starting music in 2018 and still to be doing it in 2025, and to have the resume I have with music and the connections I have with music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't copy this. You can only hope, for real. I'm in the middle of nowhere, making calls to LA. All right, let me not get in my bag.
Slight flex.
Yeah, but when you hear that, what do you think?
More so, all the haters.
Man,
nigga, why would you hate on us?
They come out the woodworks. You ain't heard from nobody, and all of a sudden you just see them bashing you.
Like, for what?
Yeah.
Why would you come over and feel the positivity, feel the love? I also think about the fact that I spoke on us getting the strip club. And then not even 6 months later, they're having meetings in downtown.
Talk about a strip.
Yeah, I'm like,
an adult. Yeah.
Come on now.
No, between you and I and everybody listening, they watch us.
Facts.
They watch us. I know y'all be like,
and thank you for that.
Yeah. It's a compliment at the end of the day. Hopefully one day you guys give us our just dues and like you say, oh yeah, we love. Hopefully that comes. If not, we know at the end of the day our listeners know.
Well, what they say? Questions is the highest form of flattery or something like that.
Oh, imitation.
Imitation
is the high. Yeah, I was just thinking that shit.
See.
But yeah, so we've said a lot on this pod about what we would like to see and how we could positively affect the community, right?
Right.
And I've spoken on Quincy's tourism as well, and trying to be ahead of that curve or be in a position to reap the benefits of that growth.
We have very much.
So it seeing others participate and take advantage of that, nah, it's neither here nor there. But just to get into the episode, we are here to talk about Spookfest 2025.
Hey, that time of year,
It's that
spooky
time.
season.
And you had said something to me that made me realize, like, I've done an event on Halloween pretty much since I started.
Yeah.
Because, I had Montana 300. That was on a Halloween weekend. That was like November 2nd.
Yeah.
Halloween weekend. And that,
Great night, by the way.
yeah, it wasn't a Spookfest. Yeah, great night, right? It wasn't a Spookfest event, but it was like, wow, I've always thrown something big on Halloween.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So after that, this is the sixth one. It started as just a showcase, and we've seen a lot of growth from the event over the year.
Absolutely.
What's been your favorite Spookfest?
Honestly, probably the unofficial one, the Montana 300.
Here you go. I'm trying to talk about Spookfest. You went right back to Montana. That was a not to completely disregard what you just said, but yeah.
I mean, it's a Spookfest adjacent, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Why was it your standout favorite?
Just the way. Well, one, I really like that venue.
Yeah, that was also DIY.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
we made it we spent a lot of money to make it what it was, but
And it felt like a club.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it felt like a club. There was like sections. I was like, this nigga's got sections in here. Hold on now. There's a big ass security guard. Oh, all right then. I'm good, right? Yeah, all right. And well, as far as the Spookfest go, I'll get back to the Spookfest. As far as Spookfest goes, probably the one at the one, no pun intended, but the one at the one restaurant.
Which one?
The second one. No,
They've all been there before last year.
excuse me. What's wrong with you had Casey J's outside. Well, no, who's the food truck outside?
Tasty J's Hurricane. That was that was Hurricane Wisdom.
That one. Sorry.
2023.
It's usually a blur those weekends, so pardon my.
Yeah, it's a
my
good time.
ignorance. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was probably my favorite one, just because I wasn't aware of Hurricane Wisdom, and he put on a great show, and he was just an all around nice guy.
Yeah.
At least from the little interaction that I've had with him. And there's a lot of couple costumes that night too.
Yeah.
And I really like that. There's the It and the balloon. Is it It? The
Yeah.
clown nigga.
That was at the Joker's. That was at Joker's Lounge.
There was one at the one restaurant as well.
Oh, you know who it was? It was Tyler. I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
They won, but they left. They had left, so they didn't even get tickets.
Did.
Yeah.
And there was a girl that was in a devil costume. She looked good.
You can't forget that.
Nah, because
She looked good.
Yeah, and spicy devil type shit. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And just the vibe, I mean, I was a little lit. I went outside, got me a burger. I came back in. I heard the music. I was like, oh, this is a good time. And then I ended up going upstairs and meeting Hurricane Wisdom. I was like, man, this is a good night. What a time. And then that night, it was a time. So that's probably my favorite.
And then that night, it was a tie.
Yeah, I can't speak on that on air.
Respect.
But this is all around good vibes, no pun intended. And I'm looking forward to this year as well.
Yeah, that's the goal. Hurricane's actually my favorite. So if people don't know, yes, Spookfest adjacent with Montana 300, Showcase, Big Baby Scumbag, Kirk O'Banks, Hurricane Wisdom, excuse me, Network Homies, Nick Moody, B. Henshaw, Serene, and now this year, Dizzy Wright.
Woo.
I just a lot. Hurricane's my favorite because Hurricane watched the whole show. Hurricane performed, stuck around, got on stage with the artists, celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty J's was local.
Mm-hmm.
He went out to Tasty J's. I paid for his meal, and he shouted out Tasty J's. And it was just, yeah. And I was like, and not only that, but shout out to his manager / DJ Shad.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Oh, that's the dude I was with him, right?
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
you know, and he gave it was an intimate set
Mm-hmm.
because I also hadn't heard of Hurricane Wisdom.
Yeah, I had no idea who he was
Yeah,
prior to.
so shout out to Quan, because Quan hit me, he was like, you should really book him. And I wasn't in the mood because I wasn't in a position to really book. I didn't have no crazy budget.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Quan did the lead work to kind of lead to that, and I was like, all right, I'll take over from here, you know. And there
That's
was
fire. Solid qualifier.
yeah. And really, after Quan had like you should book him, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let me listen to his music,
Yeah.
cause you know I don't listen to a lot of that hoopla for real.
Yeah.
I don't, bro. Like
Hey, me either.
I can get in that mode, like going out or basketball, amp you up, but you know, I know the psychology behind music, so it'd be hard.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but I was like, oh, I'm fucking with this.
He should have psychology behind music. Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. How the media? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
uh, but so I was like, okay, I'm fucking with this. Yeah, I'll take over the conversation. We'll see where we're at. And
Yeah.
the numbers was right. There was some confusion because he thought we were in Quincy, Florida, so we had to do some adjustment. But he worked with
Quincy's
me.
Florida, correct.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be in Quincy, Florida, and I was like, nah, bro, we in Illinois. He's like, oh, hold on, we got to revisit the contract, and I was like, shit, you know, I don't know about revisit, but
Yeah.
you know, he worked with me, and overall, it was a really good event. You know,
Yes.
there were some other things that went left, but you know, it is what it is. I'm glad I was
Part,
able to.
part of the game.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to help out. You know, local vendors and stuff like that. But seeing the growth of Spookfest over the years, so it's like you're someone that I think you've only missed one. Uh, how how have you seen it grown and just in the aspects of the environment and things like that? Because you've seen all of them.
Yeah, from the outside, definitely the people getting excited for it.
Mm.
Like people talking about, oh yeah, it's that time of year. Oh, is James gonna have Spookfest this year? I said, I guess I don't know. Well, just the people getting hyped about it, and like you could see people on Snap. Oh, I'm at that the Halloween costume, get my
Yeah.
shit ready, which is fire, and I love seeing the community getting excited about what's going on.
Yeah.
From the inside, you just leveling up your business from like you know networking aspect,
Yeah.
like making shit happen DIY. Like you really did your shit from the ground up. So, and I was there. Like I remember, you had the truck, you unloaded yourself.
Moving this
I
big
said,
ass
shit.
state.
I said, shit, let me move out the way. So. But really, like seeing that growth, now you got people helping you, you got us helping you, just so you can run a smooth show from top to bottom, and that's just real growth, and I love seeing that. So it's definitely moving on up for real.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for that, man. That's awesome. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was wanting to be like, hey,
Dead that.
you know,
I
type shit.
so at the one, I'd always paid like crazy prices to have people come and do sound and lighting. Like Kirko, we had that big old light board. We had Good Vibes Music Production a few times, and I'm talking $1,200-$1,500 for them to run the sound and lighting. Hurricane was actually the first show where I used my own setup.
Yeah.
And it I'm not gonna get into that actually. But that was the one where I used my own setup where I was like, okay, I've definitely made strides if I can pull this off with just my equipment alone. And not my equipment alone, because I don't know if you guys have probably never seen a sound check, because I haven't done any BTS like that. But like, I call my dad for everything when it comes to this.
Shout out to the OG.
I'll be like, yo, pops, this isn't feeding right. What's going on? You know, I call my pops for every show. One of these days, I'm gonna get it right, and I won't have to make that call. I'm gonna probably still make that call.
I'm about to say yeah.
Yeah, I'm just to be safe.
Just to and probably subconsciously you probably want to like have his I don't want to say his approval because like you're doing your own thing, but
Yeah.
he's your dad, he's a DJ and he knows that shit.
Yeah,
So like
he's the whole reason I'm in music.
exactly. So like subconsciously in your mind, like, am I doing this right?
Yeah, nothing hurts to get pops validation
Exactly.
when it comes to this shit. So yeah, and so my dad helped me. He loaned me some equipment so I get stage monitors and use my PA, and yeah, so that one was ran off me. And then last year when we had it, we did it at Joker's Lounge, which Joker's Lounge is where I had my very first show.
Ooh, one time.
Yeah, and from there, it was nice to go back there and then bring all the people I've met from doing music. The only state that I didn't have in the building was I guess the only states was Alabama and Florida, but I've had Alabama at Jokers before.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like I was able to bring, Serene from California, yeah, Moody from New York,
Mm-hmm.
Henny and 222 from Pennsylvania. Uh, and it was I had my team from Indiana, I had some people from Iowa, I had some artists from Missouri, I had some artists from Chicago come down. Like,
That's so
and
cool, right?
that's all from what I put in. And it was nice to go back to where it all started and do that,
Yeah.
because where it all started was with just Quincy acts.
6th Street, right?
Yeah, Sixth Street and Prince Cash really packed out that room that very first
Mm-hmm.
show.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like I'm packing out shows with new local acts, not all new, but a lot of new faces on local acts from 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm packing out rooms that also features artists from across the country.
That's fire.
You know,
How does that feel seeing all like these different regions coming to Central Midwest Illinois, and it's I don't want to say it's not small, but like, into your area,
yeah.
into your bubble. You got like you just said, all these different towns and cities. How does that feel looking at you see this guy on stage, this nigga from California? The fuck you doing here?
Yeah. No, it's for someone like me that grew up on 7th Street, 7th and Spring. My dad was a part of the T-Pain and Franchise Boys and
Mm-hmm.
bringing them here. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always like too cool. No, I'm with my friends,
Yeah.
I'm playing RuneScape. So now to be able to do something. I ain't got no T-Pain or Franchise Boys, right?
Yeah,
But
in my white tee.
yeah, but it's still nice to be able to say like I'm doing this to a certain capacity,
Yeah.
and I have all this because it's like, man, I call Moody right now. Yo, what's the word? Like,
Yeah.
I call Obos right now. I do. Me and Obos check in once every 2 weeks. Like, we just tap in. Like, that's my bro for real.
He's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, and so it's I don't know. After every show, as amped up as I am, I'm like, holy shit, we did it again.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I never try to take credit for doing it like I did it myself, because I don't do shit. I don't do none of this by myself.
for sure.
I'm grateful to my family, to my friends, my ex and her family. They stepped up and helped big time last year. Like, it would not have gone as smoothly without them last year. And it's
Right.
just so I'm always grateful, and I always try to give credit where credit's due, because I can't pull it.
It's a family business type
Facts. My sister drives up from Carbondale. My dad and my brother come down from Jacksonville if they're able, and they help out. And it's just like, okay,
shit. This you got people from Kansas coming up.
yeah, it's crazy. So I'm just grateful. But just to talk about 2025,
Mm-hmm.
we spend a lot of time on the past, but to talk about 2025, man, I can't believe I booked Dizzy Wright.
That's so fire. That's Dizzy right, man.
2013 XXL freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Back when it meant something to be an XXL freshman.
Yeah.
It don't mean too much these days, but
That's sad, but that's a different story.
yeah. So it's and I've had Jaron Benton out here before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy because Jaron Benton was supposed to be a Spookfest show, but COVID,
Yeah.
and that got pushed back months, and I can't believe we pulled that off on a Monday night. But
That is crazy.
yeah, and that's probably the best show as far as like the performance being unlocked, and
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that.
But back to Dizzy. So Dizzy's the second member of the Funk Volume crew that I have here. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, Hobson." I was someone that was like, "Dizzy, boy." I was Dizzy and Jaren.
Yeah.
Dizzy go crazy. So I've been listening to Dizzy since like 2010, 2011, around there. I discovered him shortly after I started listening to Mac. So yeah.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
how. And at first it wasn't clicking like that, but it was like oh, he's constantly in rotation, and then it was just like, whoa, he's constantly in rotation.
Yeah.
I dropped that high fashion clip, and they was like, I ain't heard this. I was like, you ain't heard this?
Yeah.
With Honey Cocaine, Kid Ink?
Man, and see that's the song that put me on to him, because I was a big Kid Ink and Honey Cocaine fan.
Honey C.
That was a Heisman freestyle.
Yeah.
She snapped on that.
Honey
But
C.
anyway, see, they had a song together, and he was just fresh in that video. He had the Mets jersey on. I was like, man, that nigga fresh.
Jeremy Scott, these 13. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, let me check this dude out. And
Yeah.
then I see who he surrounded himself with, and he had bars, and he was more the out of the three, he was more that I could relate to.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm a fuck with it. I don't really mess too much with the other two, but this one, I fuck with him.
Yeah.
So that's how I discovered dude.
A stoner with the message or a hippie with the message. And it was just like, yeah.
So I was a huge stoner at that time. Not anymore.
And, you know, not, and I think he compliments Spookfest in the sense of what I've been trying to build as far as like my personal brand and with good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, having him at Joker's Lounge is a little crazy because he deserves a bigger room. And I'm not purposely not putting him in there, but I want to close out my chapter at Joker's Lounge.
The right way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, we're doing okay with the ticket sales, but I need y'all to understand. This one is solely for me. This one is solely for me.
This is
I,
for 2011 year.
yeah, like, and so I've created leads so artists could tour with Dizzy. So I've had someone tour with Dizzy that
Oh
came
yeah.
off me presenting the lead.
Oh okay.
I've had artists open for Dizzy multiple times. Uh and it's cool that and all I've seen Dizzy like me and KJ traveled to St. Louis just to see him and Futuristic open for Tech 9. I'm not a big Tech fan. I respect what he does, the independent grind,
I'm about to say
but
he's a legend in his lane.
yeah, and we stayed for a bit at that show, but it was kind of like so, but we went just to see Dizzy and Futuristic in St. Louis. And so always been a fan, and now it's like full circle. So it's like I've had people open for you, have someone tour with you. I've went and seen you as a fan. Now I get to book you and bring you to my city,
And
and
come right out.
you know, and he was willing to work with me too, and I think that's fire because you know I don't have a crazy budget,
Mm-hmm.
but he was willing to work with me, so I'm always grateful for that. Um, and I personally think I'm just one hell of a negotiator. But
Alex, come on, man. We could do this. We could do it. Just trust me. Believe in me. We could do this. I can agree with that.
but yeah, so if you're a listener and you've never experienced a Spookfest event, uh Spookfest is my Halloween costume event or Halloween
Mm-hmm.
costume, but it's a Halloween event where I do costume contests, we do some giveaways, we get vendors, and it's like a mini festival. You know,
That's a great way to put it.
yeah, because don't get me wrong. Like when we had Kirko, I only did 6 openers, and that's more of a typical show if you're in like the city, and you know, if the headliner struggles to sell tickets, they get people to open for them to try to help move tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and they do that in different types of markets, and I consider Quincy like a D market. And so we don't get a lot of people stopping through the tour here or anything like that.
Especially like hip hop acts.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like I feel like I've played a big role in that and getting that recognition.
Or the only well, in my opinion, I
as
don't
of
know.
late, as of
Yeah,
late, yes,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But so we got there's different markets A to D, and I feel like we're a D market because we don't have that crazy support yet. Um,
We'll get there.
but Spookfest is a mini festival. I get the vendors out. You know, yeah, we had Tasty J's, but we also had a jewelry vendor.
Mm-hmm.
We had people selling their merchandise. We had someone selling CBD pre rolls. And it was like, okay, so this year for Spookfest 2025, I'm excited because this one is actually legit a mini festival. It's not a headliner and 6 acts, or it's not just showcase style with 20
Yeah.
performers. It's actually we got a headliner. We have people with status with B Henshaw. Um, we have DLC coming out. We have a ton of acts coming out. Uh, we have my team's gonna be here, and it's gonna be dope. And the vibe really is a mini festival. We have our vendors coming out, so we have 4K Cakes out of Indiana.
Fire.
We have SunMed, Quincy. Um, we have Taste Buds. Their food's so fucking good. We have Taste Buds. Their food's so
I'm
good.
excited. I never had it. I'm excited to
It's
try it out.
bro. I went to Juneteenth for the event, but
Mm-hmm.
like when I seen Taste Buds was there, I was like, I'm not leaving till I get it. It's that good.
Fire.
Yeah,
So nice.
and they won't have the greens or nothing at Spookfest, but the summer we gonna hit it again. And
So
then
you're right. So you're right.
we have Art by Logan Cook coming out, and where he sells some of his art.
Talented dude.
Yeah, he is. He is. You know, And I'm just excited to give off that feel. You know, Joker's Lounge is 2-sided. Everyone says like it's kind of small. Why would you do that there? But it is like, it is an intimate setting. So it's like,
I like that, to be honest. When it comes to like seeing a performer.
and you know, and I still make it affordable because a lot of times when people do rooms like this, it's like $50, $60 tickets. I'm not doing that to anyway. Uh, you know, I want to give you guys this moment. Like we have moments, right? And I want to give people this moment. You know, there's people like, holy shit, you got Dizzy Wright going fucking crazy. Like when I announced Dizzy Wright, we sold almost double-digit tickets that day just for me announcing it.
It was hard not to tell people because I knew like a couple days in advance. I'm like, man,
Man, Henny slipped up and told people over the summer on accident while we was packing up that last show, and I was just like, bro, it was a secret, bro.
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
man.
was in front of someone that is trustworthy, but I was just like, that's why he's kind of loose lips because it's someone that if they would have asked, I would have told.
Oh, got you.
But yeah, so it was just like it's a big deal.
It is.
It's a big deal. But like even though we're in that intimate setting, I need y'all to understand that we're still gonna respect his space when he's on stage. You guys won't be. It won't be as loose as being able to walk on stage.
It's not that.
Yeah.
Please know that it is not that type of vibe that's going around.
Yeah, because
it is a real thing.
Yeah, I'll have security and stuff, so you guys won't be able to get on stage, but he'll be right there at Joker's Lounge, just like you guys see our showcases. He'll be right there. Walk through. We're gonna have a meet and greet. Depending on when he lands, he wanted to do it before the show, but he has a show in Denver the day before, so we're gonna see.
That boy moving.
Yeah, that whole weekend he's moving. I think
he has a show the next day too.
Yeah, Wednesday through Saturday, Wednesday through Saturday. So he's coming. And this year for Spookfest is 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, people have been telling me to incorporate other genres, which I have in the past. Like Windbreaker has played, and the Count has performed as his artist, as 2 aliases. So I've always incorporated other sounds, but it was like that was never my target.
Yeah.
And I only, out of respect, I only want to promote sounds that I listen to.
Yeah.
You know, and I did listen to that stuff, but I wasn't in that space in town. You know, so it was really Devo who was like, oh, you can ask these guys. And then from there, those guys kind of led me to find these other bands. So we have Swayback, who's really new. We have River Rats, Illinois. We have January. We have the Witchy Boys.
The what?
Yeah, Witchy Boys band. And I think that's all
I like
5.
that name, the Witchy Boys.
Yeah, and their sound is dope. So one thing I always do for these events, if you go to the goodvibes.com/spookfest 2025, is I make a playlist so you guys can check, because I know what it's like to be at a show and not know any of the music.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
So
it helps out a lot because when you did the Jared Benton one, I didn't know too much of him, and the playlist helped out a lot. So
yeah, that's dope.
definitely check that out.
And you know, when people are listening to the playlist, I always like, you know, did you hear anything you like? But they'll let me know, like, yeah, you know, I like this. And it kind of builds the hype, and it lessens the job. Like, right, we're in a small community that's not a huge market for this kind of stuff. So it's like, how can I make it easier for you guys to want to come support?
Yeah.
You know, let me put the music in front of you. Like, I'll post and be like, where you guys listen to music, you know, I'll put it on the playlist so you guys go check them out. That way you don't have to.
That way it's already there.
Yeah, and I just do it for you. And that's kind of how I've built community in that sense. And then this year as well, I'm doing a limited edition merch run.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah, I just trying to switch it up. I fuck with everything that would obviously I fuck with everything that we're doing, but I
like what I'm doing. Yeah. Don't you love it?
Yeah, Spookfest is, I don't know what it is about this time of year, but it's kind of my baby for real.
I mean, of course, but it's simply because you put so much thought and time into it, and you want it to be great. You want it to live up to your hype, and I think it has, just from my side of the fence. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a good time. I'm obviously I listen to hip hop, but I'm excited for day 2 a lot because it's not something that I typically go listen to, especially like go to that type of show.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they got to show us. It's gonna be a good time.
And I'm looking forward to day 2 because I don't always, those spaces in Quincy, Nah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to do that because I know there's all people out there that would enjoy this that don't always have it in them to go. So it's
May
like,
not be comfortable.
yeah, yeah, and all the bands I fuck with on this bill, like I
Yeah.
fuck with their sound. I went and listened to them before I just reached out, and I think, and I had Swayback. They're fairly new, so they sent me some demos, and I was like, okay, we can rock,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
Is it just a one person or like a band?
it's a band.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
band. And it's like I as a promoter in this profession, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I only want to promote shows with sounds that I listen to. I don't want to book a metal show just because I know people in metal bands or just because metal bands reach out to me. When I said I was booking a rock show, I had so many metal bands hit me up. There's someone that does metal here. Now whether or not he respects what I do, probably not. But it is what it is,
It is what it is.
you know. Um and with this being the finale at Joker's Lounge, I feel like I've helped kind of build that atmosphere for live music.
Most definitely.
Whether that credit is given or not, but
Man, everyone knows what time it is.
yeah,
We're not playing stupid, man.
because
That I could go into a whole rant on that. I'm not going to, out of respect, but like people know what it is, and people know what you've done for that place and for live music, and just for creating that atmosphere of like, yo, we're going to Chokers type shit. Like, I'll be 100. I don't go unless you go, unless it's like an event that you throw. I'm probably not going to be there.
yeah.
Not just because it's you, but because I know what you bring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, we not do that. We know the vibes.
And,
Respectfully.
with Quincy kind of growing its live music scene and expanding, in that sense, I know I was moving during COVID, so uh, with it expanding after like post COVID,
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like we owe it to our community to provide local talent with with this kind of opportunity. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because we have talent, so we should showcase them.
We it, that's and I'm a die on that. They want to put they're talking about an amphitheater on the river, and I filled out the survey and I was just like, as long as you guys include local acts, because you guys have these big ass events and don't include no local acts. What kind of shit is that?
Crazy work. But they're in it for the money. You're
Yeah,
in it for the love.
yeah. I mean, I would like to not always lose money too, but I'm grateful I have a career that's kept me above water, but it makes the most sense.
Yeah,
Now, I understand the frustration between working with artists because
they're
the
divas.
yeah, just the professionalism
Wow.
is not always not in the sense of attitudes, but like a lot of people don't understand what a press photo is. Um and things like and that's just it's a learning curve. It's something you have to learn,
Yeah.
and I've always been okay being the one-stop shop to like, hey, I need a video drop, and there what's a video drop? And it's like, I need you to say you're doing this at
Mm-hmm.
this time on this day, this is how much it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
people don't really understand that.
They're like you said, they're new.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve.
But at the same time, man, if I can I'm gonna do 200 people this year,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like my showcases do 100 people through the door. How selfish would it be for me to not put local acts on bills like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I probably wouldn't do that without local acts either. I don't have that kind of network, that kind of connection, and I know where we're at. You know what I'm saying?
It's a marriage, though.
Yeah. And so that's why, but I feel like if you're gonna do things on a major scale here, you should always try to incorporate local acts
I agree.
because they keep our music scene alive.
Very
You know what I'm
much.
saying? You guys will pay and book them all throughout the town, but when you guys get a major act, you won't put them on the bill. And it was like if they weren't performing all over town, keeping that alive, people would just keep going to St. Louis. They wouldn't even look to
Do, and you're more in the know than I am. Do they realize that? The artists?
the artist because there's a love for it, right?
Yeah.
There's a love for the craft, there's a love for the creation,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we just want to play. But at some point, you have to realize it's 90% business,
Yeah.
10% music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Know your worth.
Yeah, because they'll take a quick check to go play for free, but it's like no one's ever gonna take you serious because you can't even provide press photos.
Yeah. Mm. Who are you?
Yeah, what's your bio? Like if someone was to ask you on the spot, so what's your sound like? Would you be like, or would you be able to spit out?
I'm like Kanye and Rick. I don't know.
No, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
professionalism of it.
yeah.
You could be like, "Oh, who's Kamari?" I'd be like, "He gives off a slump god,
Mm,
but he can also spit like Big L. Like he can do that. He has that range.
mm-hmm.
I can say that off rip." And Kamari, send me press photos. Give me
He had,
5 minutes. Duh-duh-duh-duh-duh.
yeah.
Got him on the festival. What's your bio? They were impressed by my resume. That's your bio. Got him on the festival for free.
Because he was ready and
Yeah.
he put his circle position to be ready for that.
Yeah. So, but just to get back to why we're here, not only for the love of the music, but Spookfest 2025. Like I said, we got Dizzy Wright in the building.
Oh yeah.
It's a 2-day event. We got hip hop on Friday night, October 31st. We got costume contest.
Ladies.
That's all he worried about.
50%. I really want to
90%.
70, 40. 40 Dizzy. I'm sorry. Well no, it's I really do love seeing the costume, not just for the ladies, but like just to see what people are going to dress up as, because like you never know like what's the trend this year.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be Scream or is it going to be It or whatever?
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah. I just think it's dope to provide that space. And it's something that people look forward to. Like every year, there's always someone who's asking me, and at first I was like, man, it's always the same people. But then I was like, oh, it's not, because it's like I got stopped. I was at Spring Street, and they were like, they were geeked up, like James, yeah. They were a little lifted, but he was just like, you doing Spookfest, bro? I was like, yeah, I am. He's
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, man, I can't wait. I was like, you coming? He's like, I wouldn't miss it, man. I ain't missed a single one. I'm like, hell yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, that
So
feels good. That's creating memories for them. And I love the next day where you can like see on their snap how much fun they're having.
yeah.
I
He
like
said the
that.
next day. He said, I gotta have fun too.
Yeah, I ain't worried about them in a moment. Respectfully, I'm having fun.
But yeah, so I don't know. We just wanted to come out and talk about Spookfest and kind of get everybody excited, because we're excited. We got Dizzy Wright in the building in Quincy,
Man,
Illinois.
I'm on my ticket soon as they dropped.
Yeah, man. It's
Especially when I heard Dizzy Wright, because like I said earlier, back in that time zone, I was blasting Dizzy Wright hard, and I still do because he's grown in his music too as well. So, and I've grown as a man. So we have still similar topics that we have gone through.
yeah, and experience in life.
Yeah, he's a father and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
It's
dope
crazy.
shit.
It's gonna be a moment, that's for sure, and I'm excited to just see everybody. There are people who don't come out until Spookfest type shit.
That's a fact.
And it's like I'm hearing all these things. They're like, we only come to this, or we don't really do too much. But like when you have a show, we do, and that's
Yeah.
always cool to hear, because
Yeah, like-
it's DIY. Like you guys have seen me haul my stage from
Yeah.
across town or through cities, like,
Yeah.
and it's the finale. It's my last one of the year. And yeah, we're just gonna have a moment. Tickets are $25 for a day pass, but we're also doing like a weekend pass, so you can get to both days for $40. And then Dizzy is holding a meet and greet, like I said earlier. We're not sure if it's gonna be before or after, but that's $50. And then yeah, we got some limited Spookfest merch. I'm not gonna print too many hoodies. I don't know if I'm gonna do tees yet, but I ain't gonna print too many hoodies. I don't know. I want people to remember this. I want people to have fun. I want them to have a good time. I want them to try the food. I want them to check out Logan's art. I want them
Look
to
at
tip.
the art because
Yeah.
he be snapping.
Yeah, I want them to tip Drake behind the bar, because Drake busts his ass every event. He don't ever complain. He just get to work. And
Drake.
yeah, and
I never say his name right.
you never say his name right, but he has your drink memorized.
Sound like my guy. Man.
Yeah.
What's up, Derek?
See, you got jokes. But so it's just I'm grateful to be end of the year at Spookfest 2025, and I hope
Yeah.
you'll come out and join us. It's a
I'm gonna be
moment.
there. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah. You should tell the people that you've been working on your what's the word Sully
Yeah,
sales, man.
I'm creating my own little my own little adventure. What's the word? I'm gonna be out there shooting some content. So if I come up to you, participate, let's have a good time, man. It's gonna be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a night. But with that said, I hope to see you guys at Joker's Lounge Spookfest 2025, October 31st and November 1st. Tickets are on sale right now. Grab them in the
Right
description
now, go get your tickets.
right now. And with that said, I'm James,
I'm Marcellus.
and this was the Kickback. Peace.